Wednesday, 12:30 a.m.
Whoa, now. What's happening, good people? What's going on with you? How you doing? How you doing? Hoping everything is all right. It is that much closer to the weekend, thank goodness. Boy, we got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about it. We're going to make sure that we talk about it. And I hope that everybody here is ready. Yep, we hope that you are ready. So, when we think about what's going on in the city, what's going on in the world, I'm just wondering, and maybe it's just me, but I'm just wondering, and I don't know if you all are wondering, but I'm just wondering, is the world going to hell in a handbasket? What is going on?
You're just figuring that out?
Look, I really had thought about it one time before, but I don't think it was this bad. I'm just looking around and saying that we got so many. We are going to other countries to solve their problems, and ours are so minute, we can't even solve our own problems. So it makes me ask the question, what's wrong with us? Well, it could be the man that's up there, the little orange man that's up. Chaos? Just chaos? Call it what you want. Because I think it's a little bit more than just chaos. I think that we done lost our mind. And what happened to the day or the days of us having leadership? And the first word before we say leadership, it would be respectful. Respectful leadership.
What is that?
Leadership that we all respected.
Give me a definition of respect.
I just gave you one.
Give me another one.
I don't need to. You know what I'm saying. You try to be funny. Respectful leadership. Somebody that you respected.
Man, that went out the door in 2016.
But what happened to those days?
Returned for a little while in 2021, 22, wherever it was, and left out the door last year. Again.
As I thought about it, it made me again go back to, I guess more so than anything else, it made me go back to the presidency of Barack Obama. Is that when we lost all of our respect for leadership? Is that what we did? And then everybody says, oh, well, the nation is split. You got 70 million on one side, 70 million on the other side. But what about the people and the situations? Do you understand what I'm saying? The situations that you and I have to agree or disagree on. Can't we be disagreeable, but still get stuff done? And then who are these folks that are powering the folks that don't want what we really need, but want what they want, and that's it? Who are the folks that are powering that? Because there are groups, and I don't know if everybody pays attention to this, But there are groups that are funded very well, that leadership or leaderships, depending on if you're in the Senate or congressman or city council or whatever, that fund your campaigns when you do what they ask you to do. But yet, when you do what they ask you to do, it could be detrimental to us. Then you have the audacity to come back to us with that mess. Like you saying it's the best thing that could have happened and yada yada and the best thing that we could do, and like, really? But yet you're the one that's receiving the benefit, if I can put it that way. Oh yeah, it ain't just the Republicans now. Don't get me wrong. Don't think I'm just having a moment up here with the Republicans. I'm talking about all of us. Don't get it wrong. I'm talking about all of us. Republicans, Democrats. So what I'm finding out in a lot of the stuff that I'm watching is that these PACs are no good. I was waiting for the phone to ring. These PACs are no good. A lot of folks are thinking that PACs have everything to do with supporting a candidate for running for office. Ain't all. A lot of PACs are paying for your vote. A lot of PACs are paying for your senator, your congressman, your other people that's in the office, paying for those PACs. And the people that are in office that have voting power, decision making power, you would be surprised on some of the PACs and the amount of money that they're getting for their participation in those political PACs, foundations, contributions to their campaigns. I'm like, how much did the Democrats get? You'd be surprised. You probably get your feelings hurt when some of those folks are named as well, like Hakeem Jeffries. But we have to look around every once in a while and say, yep, we should know that money makes the world go round. And if we look at it any other way, you, my friend, are naive. Just saying. You, my friend, would be naive. I'll leave it alone right there. We're going to do some investigative work later on. I got to talk to y'all about a couple of things and got to go over these amendments. Because I promised y'all by Friday that I would go over a lot of these amendments. And we just happen to have all of them at our disposal. So some of them you're not going to be interested in, but that's okay. I need you to know that it's going to be on the ballot. Broadmoor Neighborhood Improvement District wants to increase its annual parcel fee on improved land measure for this year. A yes vote supports issuing an annual fee of up to $200 on every improved parcel of land in the Broadmoor neighborhood. That's the Broadmoor Neighborhood Improvement District for the years 2026 and 2030 to fund quality of life initiatives and the beautification and improvement of the area. A no vote opposes issuing an annual parcel fee to fund quality of life initiatives. The French Quarter Economic Development District wants to renew a sales tax rate to fund public safety program measures. A yes vote supports renewing the sales tax rate of 0.245 for the next fiscal years to fund the next 5 fiscal years, that is, to fund police patrols and public safety programs. A no vote opposes renewing the sales tax rate of 0.245. The Lakewood Crime Prevention and Improvement District increase annual parcel fee to fund public safety program measures. Yes vote supports issuing an annual fee of up to $600 on every parcel within the Lakewood Crime Prevention and Improvement District to fund crime and security measures for a period of 8 years. No vote opposes issuing an annual parcel fee to fund crime prevention and security measures. The Orleans Parish bond issue to fund affordable housing project measures. A yes vote supports issuing $45 million in bonds to fund the construction and improvement of affordable housing. A no vote opposes issuing $45 million in bonds to fund the construction and improvement of affordable housing. That is the affordable housing project measure that's going to be on the ballot. Orleans Parish, Louisiana bond issue to fund city improvements and infrastructure measure. A yes vote supports issuing $415 million in bonds to fund the construction and renovation of roads, public safety facilities, recreational facilities, and other infrastructure. A no vote opposes issuing $415 million in bonds to fund the construction, renovation of roads, public safety facilities, recreational facilities, and other infrastructure. There's another bond issue to fund stormwater management infrastructure measure. A yes vote supports issuing $50 million in bonds to fund the construction and renovation of stormwater drain and management systems. A no vote, of course, opposes it. All right, what we gonna do? We got more stuff. Is that more? No, that's most stuff. Most stuff. What are you doing?
Minding my business.
You know, it's everybody's business when everybody can hear it. All right, we got more bond issues and stuff that's coming up on these amendments. And we'll take your calls. If you don't understand them, make sure you call in 504-582-9422. We got more coming up.
On Auto Trends with JeffCars.com, here's a snippet of some of what we cover. GPS pioneer Gladys West.
We worked long hours computing trajectory orbits and satellite orbits, trying to get the data and everything correct enough.
Auto analyst Mark Bland.
14 new vehicle deals that happen in this country out of every 100 that women don't have a fingerprint on.
To tune in, check out Auto Trends with JeffCars.com, Saturdays at 4 p.m. on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about.
Cindy Wynn isn't just a leader. She's our neighbor, a mom, a hard worker, and someone who cares about every family in our community. On Election Day, vote number 55, Cindy Wynn, District E.
I'm Cindy Wynn, and I approve this message.
A message from the community scientist. Do you live or work in St. James, St. John, St. Charles, Ascension, Calcasieu, Baton Rouge, or St. Bernard Parish? You may be exposed to harmful chemicals like phthalates, BPA, and flame retardants found in everyday products but linked to serious health risks. That's why the Community Scientist, a program of Rise St. James, brings you clear, science-based facts that protect your health and our environment. Stay informed, stay empowered. Visit risestjames.org today.
Hi, this is Cary Grant. Let's elevate every Tuesday through Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. as we discuss the community, the country, and the world, from politics to current events and sports. We look forward to your input and continuing the quality programming on your community station, WBOK. Join us every Tuesday through Thursday, 6 to 7 p.m. on Elevated Conversations, the Arnie and Cary Show.
You've got responsibilities, but that doesn't mean your dreams are on hold. At Southern University at New Orleans, our evening and weekend college is designed with your life in mind. Finish your degree, start a new one, on your time, your degree, your schedule, no excuses, just opportunity. Visit suno.edu and make your next move today.
Meet Leanna, a part-time chef and full-time mom. In the past, Leanna didn't have health insurance because she didn't think she could afford it. What she didn't realize is she qualified for Medicaid. She loves the coverage and peace of mind that comes with high-quality care. The kind of care you get with Healthy Blue. This is Medicaid, and it's for more people than you think. Maybe even you. To see if you qualify, go to myhealthybluela.com.
This is Andronika Morris, host of Put Housing First. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock, where we will discuss how housing affects every aspect of our lives and what's necessary, what's needed to guarantee housing for all. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock as we dig down deep onto the issues that affect all of us.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks. Right back at you. That's what we do. Our number 504-582-9422. Did you all get a chance to see the city council meeting today? Was about housing. Ooh.
What had happened?
I'm going to start off with bruh.
Bruh?
Bruh.
Bruh.
Bruh. Them folks stick together. All those folks that's doing housing and initiatives, I'm trying to get Andronika to give me some insight too, but I'm also going to call and see can I get John Treese to also give us some insight because they were all up in there. Bruh. They did not say, you go ahead, I'll see you later, da-da-da-da. After they got up and listened to all the stuff that was being said, and they got up and said what they had to say because they had cards. They had to fill out and go up to the microphone. It was so many cards, they couldn't read them all. And then they had to cut your 2 minutes down to 1 minute. So the ones that they could read could get in there. Them folks supported each other. And I was like, I'm sorry. Don't make me run up out of here.
No. My atomic clock in here is tripping.
Oh, but I was looking at, I was watching today just to see what was going to happen. I thought it was going to be a bigger mess than what it is. But one of the biggest issues has been, wait a minute, you're talking about cutting from the budget. So much stuff from the budget. And if you cut that amount of money, which is equaling out, if I'm not wrong in my math, look, nobody told me that math was going to be a part of this. But I'm thinking to myself, if you cut 20% of the budget from those folks that are helping the homeless and helping these folks get, to be supportive of themselves, we're going to have a disaster on the streets. Y'all think about that. We are going to have a disaster on the streets of New Orleans. And I don't know if anybody else is paying attention to it, but evidently we making some type of strides with our homeless population. Not 24/7, not all the people. Don't try to read something into what I'm saying, but evidently we making some type of stride. And if we don't, where's that going to leave us as a city? What's going to happen? We're going to be back to where we were. Walking down the street and Billy Bob standing there with his cardboard box, and some of them with mental health issues.
Up that creek without a paddle.
Yep. And they all looking at him like, shoot. I mean, one said it the best to me, and it was, with all the stuff that we have done to get a lot of these people off the street, and you're telling me that there's possibility that we may be cutting housing by 20%. So that means out of every 100 folks that we've gotten off the street, 20 of them will go back to the street. Think about that now. How many folks you think that we got that's homeless? Hundreds? Thousands? We got thousands. You think about that. Every 100 of those dollars that's spent on getting people off the street and get them in housing, they will return. And I was thinking to myself, what do we do?
Well, what about the homeless people that do not want help? Because there are a lot of them.
The what now?
The homeless people that do not want help. There are a lot of them.
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of folks that don't want help. But
so how do we solve that problem?
Well, there's been plenty of them that don't want help now. But they ended up taking the help because they have folks that's their specialty. That's who they deal with. That's what they've been trained to deal with. And they end up helping those folks. Even though they say they don't want it, they usually end up helping them at some point. And I think that we really got messed up and screwed up when Taylor Swift came to town. Everybody like, you blaming that on Taylor?
No, it just showed how one-sided stuff is.
The little short man that we call governor, what he did by issuing a contract for $16 million and calling everybody, the wildlife agents and everybody, which I just thought that was crazy. Why are we bringing the wildlife agencies up in here? You know, the guys that drive the black pickup trucks?
Yeah, you know, they got to catch those gators that's on the street, bro.
They came in here to remove folks from the streets. Since we didn't do it and NOPD wasn't sanctioned to do it, your governor brought in state police, wildlife and fisheries. And I'm trying to think, somebody else, it was somebody else too. To remove people off of the direct path of going to the convention center, going to the Superdome, going to Canal Street. And when he removed them, it pissed the city off. Said because he came in and interfered with the work that they had been doing.
Well, he's pretty good at that. He has to stick his nose in every damn thing, just like.
Well, I'm looking around
like
and
his
saying,
daddy in Washington.
Yeah, I'm looking around and saying to myself, you poking your nose into the city's business. That should have been an indicator to many of us. What am I getting at? I'm getting at the fact that this man is telling the bond commission not to approve that bond. And what I was trying to get everybody to understand is that's not a decision of approval of a bond by the state. The state doesn't lose any money. The city doesn't lose any money. We don't have to pay for it. They're going to take bonds and sell them on the market. And it'll probably be cents on the dollar to pay back. And some of us, I didn't get the right meaning either. That's why I said us. I didn't get the right explanation of this either. I thought this was going to the state bond commission and the state was going to approve it. But that's not the case. They're going on the market to find someone that can approve these bonds within, 30 years? Now, what does that mean, Gerod? I'm glad you asked. I really try to stay away from thinking that there would be some ruthless measure to try to take this city over. But then you hear of the many municipalities in the state of Louisiana that are having the same problem with their fiscal budgets. But you haven't heard there be anything proposed about a fiscal manager. Only us. That includes Jefferson Parish, who's having a go of it, trying to balance their budget, overspending, and probably some other stuff that I'm just not aware of. But if they didn't get, when they're just about as close as any other parish to the race challenges, the infrastructure challenges, and maybe even some more. But yet, it's quiet on the lakefront when we start talking about a fiscal manager, because there was never said anything about them having a fiscal manager as well. If you don't, take a look and really have not only a fiscal manager, but I think that it should also have a real look at the books. We did not have a real look at the books. When they called in for the state legislative auditor to come in, he just looked at it. He didn't say what was wrong. He just tried to find where the money went. And if you really sit back and think about it for a minute, and I'm talking to each and every last one of you, I want you to ask yourself, we had $20 to $40 million that went into overtime by the police department. And They kind of spanked Kirkpatrick for that and let it go. But if that's the case, and that's what your auditing says, did anybody ask where the rest of it went? If we 160 million in debt, did anybody ask the state auditor where did the rest of the let's say 40 million? Oh, you found that, we did 40 million in overtime for police. Okay. So subtract that 40 million from that 160, you still got a debt of 120. Did anybody say, ask, convene, talk about, suggest where the other 120 went? Anybody ask? Hello? Is this thing on?
I don't think so.
Can y'all hear me? I'm just thinking to myself that, it still didn't it still didn't get me the answers of where the other 120 went. Now, if I think about it, it makes me sad, but it doesn't make me sad because the money missing. That made me angry. It makes me sad because I don't like nobody to treat me like I am so ignorant to the point that I'm not going to ask you what the rest of it is. It's like, oh, they found where the money went. No, they found where a portion of the money went. Let's get it right. Let's get our verbiage right. They found a portion of that money. Where the rest of it? We're still talking $120 million. Do you know what kind of party that is? But the people that live here are going to be the ones to suffer. The people that work at City Hall or work for the city are going to get furloughed once or twice a week. They're the ones that's going to suffer. So I was sitting back in, where was I sitting? It was at a little cafe. I don't want to call the name yet. I was sitting at a little cafe outside, having a little smoothie, just talking, da-da-da, to a couple of folks. And one of the guys asked me a question. He said, how do they choose the people that's going to get furloughed? Talk about that again. How do you choose the people that's going to get furloughed? I don't know. That's a good question. And if that's something that's going to happen, the explanation should come from city leaders. How do you choose people to say that they're going to get furloughed? Is it by department? Is it by individual? Is it by the people that make the most money? We'll start asking. We'll start asking. So let me tell you this. These are the rest of these amendments. And then we can start talking about should you say yay or nay to it. But there's one on here for the Orleans Parish, changing the duties and powers of the city attorney amendment. A yes vote supports amending the charter of the city of New Orleans to change the powers and duties of the city attorney to prevent the unilateral removal of the city attorney by the mayor, require compliance with ethics rules, require consultation with all government branches, and clarify the primary client of the city attorney, among other changes. A vote no opposes all that charter amending and all of that. None of that. We'll have to come back to that one and talk about it too. Increasing deadlines to act on master plan amendment. A yes vote supports amending the City of New Orleans charter to extend the City Planning Commission and City Council's deadline to act on the master plan. A vote no opposes the amending. Spring Lake subdivision, listen up. They want to do an improvement district. That is to renew the annual property fee to fund beautification, security measures, and more. A vote yes supports renewing an annual fee up to $200 on taxable property in the Spring Lake subdivision. That's going to help promote and encourage the beautification, security, and overall benefit of the area. A no vote opposes renewing the annual fee up to $200. The Upper Audubon Security District. This is to issue annual parcel fees to fund crime prevention and security measures. A yes vote supports issuing an annual fee on each parcel of land, less than $1,200, for 7 years to fund crime prevention in the area. You can tell when you're living in the high-power, high-dollar area, your fees go up. So that's what we have for this election. Those are just some of the dates that I see. Waiting for some other dates for next year too. So that's what we have for 2025. All right. When we come back, we want to make sure that you're paying attention. I'll be interested to see what you think about some of these. All right, y'all. More coming up. Get your phone calls in now. 504-582-9422.
Attention, WBOK listeners. Are you a fan of the station and want to show your support and style? Well, we've got some exciting news for you. Introducing the official WBOK merchandise, the perfect way to wear your love for the station. Whether you're a longtime listener or a new fan, we've got something for everyone. Head to WBOK1230.com now and grab your WBOK gear before it's gone. When you buy WBOK merch, you're not just getting quality items, you're supporting the station you love.
Tired of the impersonal, one-size-fit-all style of banking? You deserve a bank that delivers exceptional service and personalized attention to your needs. That's the Home Bank Standard. Since 1908, Home Bank has been a trusted financial partner for businesses and families because we go the extra mile to help you reach your goals. See for yourself why Home Bank is good for business, good for life. Stop by any New Orleans area location or find out more at home24bank.com. Home Bank, member FDIC.
Are you passionate about community safety and police accountability? Tune in to The Monitor's Mic, where we talk about oversight, policing, and you. Hosted by the Office of Independent Police Monitor. We're here to shine a light on policing issues that matter, from real-time policing updates to in-depth interviews. Get the facts and stay informed. We're breaking down complex issues, highlighting community voices, and holding people behind the badge accountable. Join us for an informative hour every Friday at noon on WBOK. Your city, your police, your show. The Monitor's Mic.
Late night and still hungry? We've got you. Strong drinks, old school jams, and plates that hit every time. From breakfast classics to flavors that feel like home. Cool vibes, fast service, and the party doesn't stop till you do. This Saturday night, we're keeping it live till 2 a.m. Pull up to 2517 Bayou Road. Nano's is the place to be. Good food, good music, good people. Come hungry, leave happy.
Uptown, downtown, wherever you are, keep it locked in to WBOK.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. A few minutes before we get off at 5 o'clock. Everybody wants to get off early today because y'all still trying to get used to this time, because when you're getting off at, after 5 o'clock, boy, it'd be dark. When I left out of here yesterday, it was diggy dark. Diggy dark. Diggy. It was dark. And I said, man, it's dark out here. That's what I said. That's exactly what I said.
No, you said it's dark in here because you were scared to walk through the office with the lights
Well, y'all
off.
had the lights off.
You were scared to walk through.
Huh?
You were scared to walk through because you thought the boogity man was going to jump out.
No.
And boogity.
The dog was scared of me because I am the boogeyman.
Too easy.
I'm the boogeyman. Man, as I look at all of these issues coming up on the ballot, I would think that all of the folks in these neighborhood development districts are more than likely going to vote yes for their parcel increases or renewals, because the majority of them, I would say those folks in Broadmoor can afford $200. I do not have my hand in your pocket, so don't call me and tell me who you think you are telling us that. Please don't. I'm assuming. Is that a good word, assume? I'm assuming that the majority of these folks already got their bills and they know what they're going to do. They want their area improved. I can imagine that. But what I'm also looking at in some stuff that's coming up, because I didn't see it on this amendment, but I may be overlooking some of the stuff. So I went to PAR. I didn't see it on the PAR guide as well. So I think this is something that's going to be pushed up. I'm not with something that, is coming up for you to vote on. And I don't think it's this time because it's too soon that it was acknowledged to be something that's going to end up having people to vote on. And that is giving the district attorney the power of okaying that those that may be under some type of issue to be able to say that they want to be able to have a quick trial. You have to get a permission or acceptance from the district attorney. Now, hold up, wait a minute. I shouldn't have to have the okay of the district attorney for me to say I want a speedy trial. That's going to end up on your ballot. I should be able to do that just by saying that's my constitutional right. Are we messing with the Constitution? I thought that was a constitutional right. So we're going to have a law on the books, if you vote for it, that states that I will need the permission of certain folks, including the district attorney, for you to get the right for a speedy trial. Now, I'm sorry. I just see many of them wanting you to sit in jail and rot until your jail time, till your date comes up, especially if you don't have no bond money. Mm-mm. No, ma'am, Pam. But if that's the case, I'm trying to figure out where is it? When is it coming? Because we got too many fish to fry. Looking at somebody that just, because to me it sounds lazy. It really does. You don't want to do the work, or you just don't have the staff to do the work, so you want to make sure that you can stretch this thing out while you're actually doing something on the backs of somebody that has to stay in a 6x6 jail cell until another date comes up. Mm-mm. No. Doesn't sound right to me. Now, you sit on it and think about it, research it, and you'll probably find the same thing. The other thing that was bothering my mind, and that is every day now I'm turning on the news. And what I'm hearing is making me start asking some questions. And then it also makes me ask the questions of what's wrong with y'all. Not with you. I'm talking about the news folks. See, I think that we done fell in love and you're getting tough on crime has gone down a little bit. You are now starting to hear in many of the newscasts, television newscasts, of somebody getting shot every night. You are now starting to see people asking questions. What's going on? Why are we seeing this? Oh, Lord, look what happened in our neighborhood. Look at the little boys riding around with their bicycles, standing up right there on the yellow tape, looking to see somebody laid out in the daggone ground. Y'all remember that? That wasn't too far away. That wasn't too long ago. It's starting to come back. But here's the difference. I don't hear y'all criticizing when stuff happens. Now, if it was the other chiefs, we would have heard it at breakfast time, not even worried about news time or noon. We would have heard it at breakfast. And that should make a lot of us feel uncomfortable unless it just ain't on your mind or you distracted. Okay? Because we spending so much money on police, security. I'm looking around and saying to myself, why are we dealing with all of this? Ooh, big money. Don't you let him look in it? No. Do you let him look in it? Don't let him look in it.
No, I didn't look in it.
Don't let him look at it, bro. Yeah, yeah. You on the air, by the way. Say hello. There you go. On duty? You on? Oh, that's good. That's good. You on duty?
You might want to move it over there because he's going to be dipping in advice.
Leave it alone.
Yeah, he is.
leave it alone. My brother from another mother just came in and brought me some pulled pork.
Some what?
Nothing that you need to be worried about.
Pork what?
Huh?
Pork who?
Pulled your porky. Pulled pork.
Pulled pork, okay. Serrato.
I'm gonna. Don't worry, it's not gonna last. Thank you, bro. I'll call you later. We have a situation in this city, and it's making me say, why aren't we hearing, the way they used to talk? Y'all know they used to have all the conversations about, oh, this police chief ain't doing what he or she's supposed to be doing. They're not doing this. They're not doing that. Oh, da 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 da. Whenever something would happen in the city, we go straight to Goineche. What you say, Mr. Goineche? We have a police chief that's not doing yeety, 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 yeety. Yeah, you think about that for a minute. Every time something would happen with crime in the city, we have Goineche on. We would have the man from Dillard University on, the professor. We have everybody on sitting down telling us how bad it was. Now that we don't have as many murders, because I think they said we're at 97 murders? Probably 97. I think it's like 97. We're at the lowest that we've ever been. Let me get something straight, because I'm not taking away from the men and women of the police department that are out there doing the work. But I just need y'all to understand that it ain't just y'all. Imagine how many folks that these men and women that have been these counselors that have been doing stuff with getting folks off the street, the homeless off the street, how many murders they may have prevented. Imagine all the mental health stuff that's coming out of them, out of the jail, all these folks that come through that's looking for programs. Imagine how many they prevented. And the folks at the hospital. But everybody, be quiet. Shh. Don't say nothing. Because they not looking no more. Why? Because y'all ain't talking about it. More coming up. Everybody hold tight.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. A new UMBC poll shows Black Maryland Governor Wes Moore leading his re-election race with 49% support compared to 29% for a Republican challenger. 22% are undecided or favor another candidate. The poll also finds voters trust Democrats more on key issues like health care, education, and jobs. Black Detroit Mayor-elect Mary Sheffield has tapped former city attorney Melvin Butch Hollowell, who's also black, to lead her transition team, Rise Higher Detroit. The group will survey residents, set 100-day priorities, and host events to share Sheffield's vision for city government. And Andre Dickens, who is black, has secured a second term as Atlanta's mayor after a landslide victory over 3 challengers. He previously said a win would affirm his first term's progress and plans to keep the city moving in the same direction. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
Caught you with your mouth full.
Ain't nothing. I'll smack on the air.
El Grito.
El Grito. I was eating that. That was good. I just had to sample it.
And he only want to share it.
Huh?
He told me, I ain't sharing with you.
Even though I did not say that, ladies and gentlemen. Nope.
I told you I was going to get you.
Nope. No, man. I just had to try it. I know Lloyd listening, so I had to think, man, but that's a full plate.
I'm about to come investigate it.
Don't come looking at my food. Don't play with you like that.
See, I told y'all he was greedy.
That ain't got nothing to do with me being greedy. That guy like, I'll show it to you. Don't we come looking at my food, though? After you just sat over there and ate, went out and ate, and went to the microwave. So I'm telling his business now. He's trying to get me off his business.
Uh-huh. You don't eat Indian food.
Huh?
I've never known you to eat Indian food.
What was it?
Huh?
What was it?
It was
you don't even
the sauteed eggplant.
That eggplant, Indian food?
Yeah, it is. This is Indian. It's fixed Indian in the Indian style.
Indian style.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like eggplant. Very good.
This sucker is spicy. You wouldn't be able to handle that.
I tell you. Let me go to the phone lines. Galloway!
What's going on, Brother G?
What's going on with you? You following this? You following this? This stuff with this 125 million? They had the meeting today.
Yeah, that's what I called to ask you. You know why they created sidewalks, right?
What's that?
The streets ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
That $125 million meeting that they had. My goodness, man. Can you be more non-transparent?
What's interesting to me is the fact that they went around. I'm going to just be honest with you that because this is interesting to me. I started laughing, but I was like, wow, I wonder how he's feeling about it. It's like the city council said, screw you, Governor Landry. We're going to go around you to have our own meeting to go get our money.
Exactly. What I tell you yesterday, didn't I tell you, Brother G? It's going to be some secret squirrel meeting going on.
Yep.
Some deals is about to be made
that
we ain't going to really be privy to.
Nope.
And you brought it up again, and I'm glad you keep bringing this up. Who are you going to decide to furlough? Those city employees have nothing to do with this mess that was created with this budget. Them folks come to work. Now, if it was somebody, Gilbert, that's who you need to go get some money back from. That joker there. And I mean that, man, because that man living his best life. He might have that money and bought Epstein Island. I wouldn't doubt it. At this point, I don't know what to believe. I keep telling folks, man, these people will sit there and smile and look at us in our face. And then soon as you leave their eyesight, they done did the opposite of what they said they're going to do. And until we get some honest people, we're going to keep being stuck in this situation. You know, I'm on my way to Georgia now. I'm got to go interview as a bunch of first mayors, young black mayors. I think the youngest one I'm interviewing, Jaden Williams from Stockbridge, Georgia. He's only 21. He became the mayor of the city. I'm going down to Brunswick. Crosby, this is his second time winning. I want to know what that brother got. You won twice in Georgia, in rural Georgia, and you only 40 years of age. And then this black lady in Connors, Georgia. I got to go interview all these folks because what happened yesterday, and I'm like, all these first-time mayors in these non-majority black cities are becoming mayors now. And it's just not in the South. You can go up to New York, Detroit, other places. But it brought me back to where I'm from, New Orleans. I said, here we are, got one of the oldest cities, 1699. And we still can't get our stuff right. And it's weird to me when you said about the police. Gerard, do you realize Granny Clampett, before she came to New Orleans, if you say something to her, she'll take you to court. Granny Clampett, they tried to fire her in Oakland.
1.2 million.
Became a millionaire.
Yeah, 1.2 million.
Yeah, so Granny knows something. I don't know who hired her or why they hired her, but you're absolutely right. And If you're going to criticize one, criticize the other. If it's constructive criticism, bad criticism, good criticism. But I believe, Gerard, come January, nobody's going to criticize the city council. Nobody's going to criticize that Olive Oil, the incoming mayor. Nobody is. Everybody going to just sit back and wait for what's going to happen. Your buddy Red Bottoms, he getting so upset because people calling him out. He's starting to block people off Instagram.
Oh, they called him out?
Oh, they called him out about that budget. Oh, they called him out. Like they said, okay, if you can blame the Cantrell administration, but you think we're crazy enough to sit back and say the city council had nothing to do with this? So y'all just fell asleep? You know me. I just asked a simple question, G. And Red Bottoms, please unblock me. Because all I asked you was, you so transparent about everything. Can you please tell me how did you get somebody that looked like you off of 6 counts of wire fraud? That's all I asked. Well, I'm no longer on that page.
Yeah. But check this out. How did you feel about yesterday's nationwide elections from New York, New Jersey? We saw Democrats make a sweep.
It was a good sweep. But you know what, Gerard? Break down them numbers. You're going to see how people in other cities came out to actually vote.
Mm-hmm.
That mayor in New York, look how many black men voted for him.
Right.
Folks got off their behind yesterday, and they did not leave it any doubt. Some of them races was won by double-digit points in Virginia.
I know that.
You got a brother now that's attorney general up there in Virginia.
Was it a 42-52? 52% voted for the Democrat, and 42% voted for the Republican. And let's not forget, in that race, the Republican, and if you look at the makeup of New Jersey, the Republican was a black woman. Or was that Virginia?
In Virginia, she was a black woman.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Virginia.
Hey, Brother G, that lady was bat crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the crazy lady that got on TV and said, when the sun goes down and the wind stops blowing, the solar power goes away. Yeah, sister girl, you need to go sit down somewhere.
Yeah.
But she was a Trump apologist.
I get ready to say she was a avid Trump supporter, but he did not support her.
Yeah. That's crazy. That woman went out there and jumped hoops for that man.
Mm-hmm.
And he told folks to vote Republican. He did not name her.
Yep.
I said, boy, if you're a black MAGA, how you feeling today?
Yep.
They can't win those statewide elections. They can't win no governor. But, those folks still go support them. I think New Orleans going to find out the hard way about supporting Olive Oil. I really believe it. You're going to find out, because when you're talking about these cuts to the homeless and all these other places and stuff, you got to remember there's a lot of black people that's going to be cut, not just by homeless, by a lot of stuff that's in this city that folks are not going to be able to deal with.
So there's an issue that I've been a little quiet about it, but I know about it. And one of those issues has to deal with Noonie Man. See, Belden don't. Yeah. I think Belden realized it, but he ain't really, he not looking around and saying, "I got you." But Belden got something that I think that's gonna blow up the whole city, and that he had the audacity to tell the Inspector General, "Well, you got to play by the rules the same way we do. So I'm doing a public records request on your telephone and your emails." And he won't give it to him. He won't give it to him. So he took him to court.
Brother Gerard,
and he
they
won.
will not give up something that's public information.
Yep.
It's some lies being told, and it's been some dirt on there and some stuff that's been said.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you.
Yes, sir.
We know. When you hide, and he knows what's on there. And the thing is about them telephone and text messages, you can scrub them all you want to.
They don't go away.
That iCloud, all that's up in there, baby.
So with him doing that, he has become enemy number one of Ed Michel. And he don't care. Because what he said was, let's go to court. And he took him to court. And Noonie won.
Mm-hmm.
Then he appealed it and went to the Fourth Circuit. Well, Nooney won because I'm looking around and saying, are you going to get your information back? He said, bro, they holding me up. They holding it up. Well, the clerk basically said, we're going to get it to you. We got to make sure that this person is doing this and this and this. So this is just to let you know, we're going to get it to you. That's the clerk of the Fourth Circuit. So what I'm thinking is, in this whole scenario of issues, what should be said to the clerk should be said to Ed Michelle, and what should be said to the Fourth Circuit in its entirety is that you should not be able to redact any of that information, any of that public information. You should not be able to redact any of the officials that are supposed to be in service to us, who you were talking to, who you called. You should not be able to redact. And I'm hoping that they'll put that information in and say, don't redact it. Don't redact it.
You know, G-Man, that's probably what's holding up from them giving up the information.
Mm-hmm.
You know, them folks up there, these appeal courts and all them folks, they know that, like that inspector general, they probably know him personally. They probably go to the same little yacht club or country club, and they's like, you're going to have to get this up, but we're going to give you time to try to scrub and get everything out of there that you think is harmful to you, but you eventually going to have to give it up. That's just like the Epstein files. That's what they're doing. But I hope, like you said, it can't be redacted. But if it is redacted, I just make up what I think is on there. Because I guarantee you, it's some dirty language on there. And it probably involved more than just that inspector.
No, I think that he's talking to folks that he's not supposed to be having those
conversations with.
Right.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to, and conversations that he's not supposed to be having by himself. If there's a conversation, it's supposed to be a witness in the room, and all that's got to be noted. And we are hearing that there's nobody in the room, and he's pulling people in his office and shutting the door. So,
man, I wanted those red bottoms and olive oil names up in there.
Don't know, but
you gotta wonder. You gotta wonder whose name.
But if they're saying to me, and they saying to Nooney that, well, you shouldn't be able to reveal all these names because it'll blow the city up. How many times we done heard that? We still here. I done heard that several times. I don't care if you tell me that it will blow the city up, because I've heard that so many times. I haven't seen an explosion yet.
And G, you know me, fire in the hole, blow it. I'm serious, fire in the hole. Because you know what, Brother Gerard, you know, I travel all the time, and you got folks really scratching their head with like, how is New Orleans in the shape that it is, man? And I told him, I said, bro, if I had the magic key, the magic answer, I could answer to you. I say, but corruption bleeds corruption.
Right.
Hatred for the other man brings hatred. And I said, but the citizens are the bottom line. We have to suffer, whether it's property tax or it's a pothole that's never going to get fixed.
Yep.
We are the ones that take the brunt end of the stick. While them folks that work as city council members, mayors, and everybody else, y'all ain't living in this. We got to live in this.
Right.
That's the problem that I think the voters don't understand. But you got a lot of voters, I think you're going to have buyer remorse. And listen, I don't want Olive Oil to be sitting up there jumping and singing with all these mayors that I'm about to go interview. No, you're not like that, sweetheart. Because trust me, I'll let them folks know. I won't trust that lady driving a bus.
Yes, indeed.
Have a good day, G. I'm out of here.
All right, Galloway. Galloway said, don't let her drive the bus. Don't let her drive the bus. The car neither. I'm going to leave that alone. That's low. That was low. I'm going to leave that part alone.
Be nice.
Huh?
Be nice.
Okay. Yeah. But I got to the point now where I want everybody to understand something. I never thought that we'd be in political seasons where folks, I mean, they just raw. I'm going to talk about you, say something about you. I'm going to lie about you. Even here. And I ain't talking about just somebody that's your opponent. I'm talking about Negroes. There's several of them out here. They better be glad I haven't called their names. Can't win nothing, but you think you important. Now they know who I'm talking about. Can't win jack, but think they important. The only thing that you can bring to the table is a slice of bread. And that's got holes in it. I'm just saying. All right, let me stop before I call some names. Then they're going to be really mad. I was right there, too. I was right there about to call some names. Can't win nothing. Think they important. Don't nobody care about them.
You're closer than right there.
No, I'm right there.
No, you're right up on it.
I'm right up on it.
You're right up on it.
Mm-hmm. Want to talk about it, everybody else think they important.
See, you can't stop.
I'm like, Negro, please shut up. Because you talking to a whole bunch of folks. And like to get in the crowd of folks that's standing around. And they get in the crowd and they start talking about other folks. And then when they walk off, the whole crowd be like, did you hear this fool? I'm like, yeah.
Is it break time yet?
Can't even keep their own business open.
See?
Take all the money and don't pay the rent. And get thrown out. They know what I'm talking about. They're going to post something about me on social media. Like a little punk.
Oh, see.
Straight up punk.
You were doing so good.
I am doing well. I'm doing well right now. I didn't call his name. Not yet. But
you will.
Like somebody thought I was going to be scared of him. He a punk. Wearing a Jerry curl. Okay. I'm done. Because my phone going to start dinging in a minute. I'm going to call him the Jerry Curl Bandit. Don't let him sit down on your sofa.
See.
Don't let him sit down on your sofa.
Boy,
what was the name of that dude in Coming to America with Eddie Murphy?
Soul Glow.
Huh?
You talking about Soul Glow?
Soul Glow. He the model for Soul Glow.
Boy, this is the
you all right?
longest 3 minutes ever.
You gonna be all right.
This is the longest 3 minutes, I swear.
All right, you want to take the break now? You can take the break now.
After all that, yeah, I want to take a break.
Soul Glow. We'll be right back, y'all. Soul Glow on the Soul Train. What's your middle name? More coming up, y'all. Everybody hold tight.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by FidelityWealthManagement.com. Black-owned fast food restaurant Big Dave's Cheesesteaks is growing. Founder and CEO Derek Hayes is launching several locally operated franchises around the country. But while the growth is a big win for Hayes, the recent uncertainty surrounding tariffs is giving the entrepreneur some pause.
My franchisees got to be able to make their money hit their mark, so there's a lot of pressure on me right now.
Hayes' early franchise model relies on him being able to tell his franchisees exactly how much it'll cost to open and operate a new store. But right now, prices going forward are getting hard to predict.
When it comes to my walk-in coolers, when it comes to my grills, when it comes to my hoods, all these things that I have a set cost on, and I kind of could tell the franchisee, you know, this is what the cost is going to be, but now we don't know because of what's going on with the tariffs.
That's Derek Hayes in a conversation on Bloomberg. Entrepreneurs everywhere are looking for answers and hoping for stability. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Trying to grow your business or increase traffic to your location? We can help. WBOK 1230 AM has a number of solutions that will meet your individual needs. Give one of our consultants a call today at 504-582-9420 or email us at info@wbok1230.com. And remember, an investment with WBOK is an investment in our community. Call today.
Cindy Wynn isn't just a leader. She's our neighbor, a mom, a hard worker, and someone who cares about every family in our community. On Election Day, vote number 55, Cindy Wynn, District E.
I'm Cindy Wynn, and I approve this message.
Wake up your taste buds at Inner City Brews and Bistro, home of the one-of-a-kind peach cobbler pancakes. Start your day with our soulful breakfast favorites. Then come back for bold cocktails and those oh-so-good Creole flavors that always hit just right. In the heart of Tremay, every bite feels like home. Doors open at 8:30 a.m. and find us at 1401 St. Bernard Avenue. Inner City Brews and Bistros, uniquely New Orleans, deliciously unforgettable.
Hello, I'm Gary Clark. Please tune in to Dr. Clark 101, The Living Classroom, which is broadcasted weekly every Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. on WBOK 1230 a.m. on your dial. And as always, it's been a pleasure.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
So you know what I'm doing over here, right? I just found a Soul Glow commercial. They got more Gerod juice. The messed up people's. The messed up people's living room couch. You would think that stuff gone away, but it ain't. No. I'm like, baby. Zipper, if I send this to you, play.
All the things you always wanted to be. Beautiful, sexy, easy as 1, 2, 3.
Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow, baby. Feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow.
You sicker than me. You are sicker than me.
Always let you drag me into some kind of stuff.
But you are not going to blame because you're sicker than I am sometimes. Mm-hmm.
WBOK, your name, please.
Yeah, and he don't even know that. I didn't got that. Yeah, you on the air too, by the way. Yeah, you talking on the phone. But we have to look at three different things. I'm trying to get back on point. We're trying to get back on point here by talking about what are we looking for in this next coming 30 days. What are we looking for? Stability, accountability, and everybody to use that word that I can't stand, transparency.
I thought I was the only one that couldn't stand that
I
word.
can't stand that word because they used it till it can't be used no more, and ain't nothing transparent about what happened to this money if I can't see where it is.
Just like hunker down. I hate that word.
Same to you. All right, Joe. Joe.
Yeah. Hey, Gerard, how you doing, man?
Good. I can barely hear you.
Okay, how you doing?
Good, Doctor. How you doing?
All right. Anybody call in about the Charlie Kirk billboard in Avondale?
Oh, they got one in Avondale?
Man, they got a big billboard. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. With his picture.
I'm trying to think what's that. Who put that up? What's the name of this group?
Oster Group.
Oh, really?
They rent houses around these high-end golf course in Alabama.
And do what?
They rent these big houses for these rich
Oh, they the
people,
ones that
these
own the
rich
houses
golfers.
and they rent them out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And billboard is right there by the golf course in Avondale.
I think the last time I protested a billboard was the one that the man over by Loyola had done. It's been many years ago. And had President Obama in a diaper and all this other stuff. I was like, no, we're not going to stand for that. And I think that's when Ray Nagin was in office then. And Ray came out there with us.
Okay. Well, I was in Mississippi the last couple of days, and I drove from Wagaman all the way to Ocean Springs, Mississippi. I did not see one billboard with Charlie Kirk.
So I really think now this is gonna sound a little indifferent. And I hope you get what I'm talking about. I really think that people do stuff like that just to get attention. And I think that when they don't get the attention is when they don't renew the billboard being up. How long that billboard been up?
About 2 weeks.
And probably by Thanksgiving it's gonna be down.
Okay. It's a big company. And I went to their website. It's a big company.
So you did exactly what they want you to do. I wouldn't give them the time of day. Turn your head when you're daggone past that thing.
Yeah.
And who the billboard company? And who's the billboard? If you want to make a fuss about it, look in the middle of it at the bottom. It'll tell you who's the billboard company. Send them an email basically letting them know that you don't approve of this billboard being up and causing so much hysteria amongst your people and people that you know that don't like it. Because that to me, that to me is just something just to get your attention.
Yeah, I was offended and shocked when I saw it.
Right. So let me ask you this part then, because you would know better than I would. What you want to do about it?
I want to find out who owns the land where the billboard is at. So it must be the billboard company.
That's the billboard company. Right. They probably don't own the land. They're probably leasing the land. But I would send an email. If it offends you, send an email to the billboard company.
Okay. Because it's adjacent to the golf course property.
Do you know who the billboard company is?
No, I'm going to look tomorrow.
It's probably going to be either Lamar, out front, Clear Channel, or one of the other bigger companies. It's a big board, huh?
Oh, it's big,
yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Big and in color.
And probably not a flasher. It's one of those that stays there. It doesn't change.
No, don't change or nothing, man.
Right. Yeah, I would see who the billboard company is and just send them an email. Because look, you could be one of many that have done so, and then the campaign could be everybody send them an email.
Okay.
And if everybody send them an email, trust me, they're going to change it.
Yeah, because I pulled over and took a picture of it.
Look, you got it now.
Got it in my phone.
Look in the middle of the billboard at the bottom. It tells you who the company is that owns it.
Okay, I'm driving right now.
Oh, don't do it while you're driving, because you ain't gonna blame me.
No. No.
But we'll have this discussion again, because all you got to do is when you get settled, just look at the billboard, see who the company is, and call me back.
Okay.
All right, we'll do that.
I'll call tomorrow.
Okay, then. Thank you, Joe.
All right.
Appreciate
Bye-bye.
you. They're going to take that money. The billboard company is going to take that money. And if they paying cash, shoot. Let me tell you something. Billboards are expensive. Them billboards y'all see and drive by every day that ain't a flashing, that just stay there, they paying $4,000 and $5,000 a month for those.
How's the old saying go? Money talks, BS wins the marathon.
So think about this for a billboard. Let me go ahead on to school some folks. When you see a billboard, it's several different bills. First bill is that whatever it is you got up there is going to stay there. Let's say me and you are going to advertise Soul Glow. Yeah, we're going to put our Soul Glow up there. And both of us are going to wear a Soul Glow wig. Looking like we got a Jerry curl. First of all, they're going to ask us what type of billboard we want, what size billboard we want, because they're different sizes. And then the other part of it is going to be a flasher. So what is a flasher, Gerard? Thank you for asking. They change whoever the person or whatever they're advertising. So you'll look up, and for 15, 20 seconds, it'll have Soul Glow up there. 20 seconds later, it got something else. And it keeps rotating.
Too bad it can't have audio,
huh? Huh?
Too bad it can't have audio, huh?
No, I'm glad they don't have the Soul Glow song on it. No. But those are one price. You still gonna pay $1,400-$1,500 for that little 15-second flash. The other part of it is whatever it is that you're getting ready to put up has to be a certain dot matrix. It has to be the clearest, so that there won't be any. It won't be any what? It won't be any type of
pixelating.
Yeah, thank you. That's a good word. Or for those that stay there, it won't smudge. It won't be looking like it's all unclear. So pixelating is another good word to use. So you got to pay for the best person that's going to draw it for you. Then you're going to have enough money for it not to just, sit there, but if you have to renew it, because you may have to renew it, and to renew it, you better get it before somebody else does, because you know who gets them first? Who's the number one advertiser on billboards these days?
Lawyers?
Yep. And a lot of folks are asking how they get all that money. Well, here's one that I think I might save this for Suzette tomorrow. I can't believe. Well, yes, it can, but we don't look at it that way. So I'm going to look at it that way.
You know who used to be the number one advertisers,
huh? Huh?
You know who used to be the number one advertisers at one time?
Who?
Cigarette companies.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But we have to look at this. The lawyers that are all over the television. When you turn on television first thing in the morning, and midday, there are so many attorneys that are broadcasting, that are advertising, that there's a rule in broadcasting that you know just like I do, and that is never put competitors
Right
back to
behind
back.
each other.
Never put them back to back. But they got so many of them advertising, they don't have the space. So they just put them back to back and don't care. I'm talking about the broadcast company. They don't care.
What they've been doing, lawyer, big pharma, lawyer, big pharma, lawyer, big pharma.
Sometimes. I'd say sometimes at night and midday. But the morning time, no. Lawyer.
And you know who's the number one advertiser?
Morris Bart.
Yep.
And then Dudley DeBosier.
Then the guy that's always cracking on everybody. He's funny as hell to me.
No, the other one was the guy from out of Baton Rouge. What's his name? Get it done. What's his name?
Oh, I can't remember.
He has moved into the marketplace. He's from Baton Rouge, but he has an office in Kenner
you can't
over there.
forget Chip Forstall.
Huh?
And Chip Forstall.
Every once in a while. He's not that big. Not big as Dudley DeBosier and Morris Bart. You'll see them more than anybody. But to make a long story short, the reason why I bring that up is not just because they're big advertisers, but it makes me sad that a lot of us, I'm talking about us, don't realize that there are some great black attorneys that live and operate in your area, and we don't get it. We don't use them. We don't use them. We go for these guys. The Chip Forstall. Chip Forstall does live in this area, I think, but he's been operating here a long time. So is Morris Bart.
Yep.
But I hear Morris Bart on radio stations, television stations. He's with the Pelicans. And all of those folks realize something. He works with the community. He sponsors stuff in the community. He gives away stuff in the community. I haven't heard too many of those other white guys that are doing that. Even what's his name? He comes on the TV saying, "Weenie's in the gumbo." Your cousin. We don't want weenies in the gumbo. We ain't doing nothing. Y'all keep going. He's actually saying it without saying it. He's saying y'all keep going to these guys that ain't gonna do nothing in your community. But this law firm does everything in your community. I can tell you, every 4th of July, he out there on the lakefront giving you a fireworks show.
We already know his name, but just go on and say it.
Go ahead.
You gotta say it.
You say it.
You ain't put me in that boat to get in trouble.
You ain't gonna get in trouble.
I just saw him this morning.
You talking about Juan LaFonta?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Juan has been saying it, but saying it in a code. And you start to get it. I tell you who else complains about that. Because she knows better than anybody. Suzette. Suzette has so many different connections with black lawyers. And what they're seeing is those that handle those injury claims, and what they're seeing is that they are not getting their fair share. These white guys that moved into the marketplace and trying to take all of them and trying to make sure that you see them, so they use gimmicks to get you to do it. Know their jingle before you know who the attorney is and what they're going to get you. And then a lot of folks need to look at the fine print, because when you go to an attorney to get something that because you had an accident or you out of work or something like that, they're going to offer you loans, $2,000-$3,000 loans. And then the next thing you know, when your settlement comes in, you're not only getting, because they're going to take a third of your settlement for their fee. But they tell you in their advertising, we don't get paid unless you get paid. So I'm gonna take a third of your salary. Your it ain't no just set here, pay me this that amount. Nope. I'm going to take a third of your settlement. That's number one. Then the money that I loaned you, I'm going to take that out plus the interest rate that I loaned you. So not only am I getting my fee, I lent you some money and you got to pay me back. And I'm charging you interest. So everything that they did, no matter if you had $4,000 or what, they taking a third.
Don't give me money.
Huh?
Don't give me any money as a loan. I'll just wait.
Well, people can be in a desperate situation after you've ever had an accident and you can't go back to work. You don't have a vehicle, all of that stuff that, you got to get some money to pay your bills. You can't go to work. So where you get it from? You can't get a loan from the bank. So what you going to do?
Brad Eggenberg's guy was talking about.
Oh,
his commercials are funny.
Yeah. Edinburgh, I think his commercials are hilarious.
And I love your boy from out of town. Our lawyers are pit bulls.
Huh?
Call us now. I don't hear the phone ringing. I said, call now.
Who was that?
Not later now, but now.
Who was that?
I can't remember what his name is, but
he knew?
Black dude with the red glasses on.
I never heard.
Man, he's fun. His commercials are funny.
I don't know that one. But yeah, those are local guys or from Baton Rouge in that general area. A lot of them moved into the marketplace because they figured that they could run advertising campaigns. They'd have made a lot of money doing personal injury law. And now that they've done a lot of money in personal injury law, they reinvested into advertising. And the advertising is going to be their jingle. It took me a minute to know what Dudley DeBosier's little jingle said.
444?
Throw your foes up. Throw your foes up. He's saying throw your foes, your fours up.
Yeah.
Because it's 444, 4444.
And if you notice, the cadence is just like Juan LaFonta. The cadence is the same.
Yeah. So, oh well. Jay.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are you doing today?
Good, yourself?
Great. Speaking of advertising, I've been thinking about this since I've been coming to New Orleans here. There are a lot of universities, and recently I've heard that some of the universities had to reduce their staff.
Xavier's one of them?
Yes. And one of the things I've always wondered, why don't they have a billboard, like you said? Because that is easy information, especially some of them. They could buy their own billboard or their own marquee. It may cost them a lot, but some of them just receive some money from Mackenzie Scott. Take $30,000, $50,000 and make a billboard or a marquee where you could put information up there.
Yep.
Applications due, where the number, we've done this, graduating so many people, put a picture of some of the recent, what I would do, man, I probably should have went back into marketing, but what I would do, I would find students who are coming here, who've already been admitted or who have been, who are first-year students and show their pictures. I mean, I know during COVID, the high schools would have drive-bys, and a lot of high schools would put the pictures of their graduates up.
Right.
Now, some schools had a lot, but smaller high schools. I mean, because what we get inundated with information, but I always wonder, why are you not advertising? And I just saw UNO say that they are going under the LSU system, but I know they lost a lot of people from Katrina, from 17 to 5,000, but I also felt they don't do enough advertising because they had a beautiful campus. SUNO, I think, has one of the best looking libraries. I've been in.
I'll tell you what,
colleges, they're nice looking.
I tell you what, hold on 1 minute. I got to take this break because I really want to have this conversation real quick. So hold on for me, okay?
You got it.
All right. More coming up, y'all, with Jay in just a minute.
AURN News.
Democrats are celebrating a sweep of key elections across the country, a warning for President Donald Trump and his party. Former Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger made history as Virginia's first female governor, while Mikey Sherrill won in New Jersey after campaigns centered on the economy, safety, and health care. According to the Associated Press voter poll, more than half of voters in both states said the economy was their top issue, compared to just 10% who named immigration, a sign that Trump's message on border security isn't resonating in the same way. Democrats also swept the Supreme Court races in Pennsylvania and passed California's Proposition 50, a redistricting measure that could give them up to 5 new House seats. And in New York City, Zohran Mamdani, a self-described Democratic socialist, stunned the establishment with a landslide mayoral win, declaring the future is in our hands. For AURN News, I'm Ebony McMorris.
It's off the top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
Here's the latest episode of our political theater. Governor Jeff Landry, who fancies himself as a disciple to President Donald Trump, was smacked down a few days ago by the New Orleans City Council in his attempt to take over city finances. With the city of New Orleans facing a potentially devastating $160 million budget deficit, the City Council had requested that the State Bond Commission approve a bridge loan to cover the city payroll through the end of the year. Now, the loan wouldn't cost taxpayers or the state any money. The city would use existing revenues to repay the loan come January. In his argument against the loan, Governor Landry contends the city needs to learn a lesson to fix its own financial problem, rather than rely on state-backed debt. The governor and the state attorney general, however, demanded that the city of New Orleans install a state-appointed fiscal administrator to run the city's finances in exchange for the loan. The city council says that will never happen and has now withdrawn its loan request approval from the Bond Commission. Critics accuse the governor of using the New Orleans financial crisis as a power grab to get his hands on city finances. And it should escape no one that the city of New Orleans accounts for 23% of the state of Louisiana's budget. Now imagine that revenue in the authoritarian hands of our wannabe authoritarian governor. Perhaps I'm overthinking the governor's intentions, but power grab or not, his position to oppose a sound fiscal request from the city council appears to be a jackass move to me. This is Norman Robinson, Off the Top.
Hey everybody, it's Graylin Bryant Banks.
And Kimber White Dupree.
From the front porch, y'all. You know how we do every Monday. It's Moving Monday.
And Tuesday, it's Trivia Tuesday.
And y'all know we have nothing but bad cheering coming through here on Wednesday.
But stick with us. On Thursday, we travel.
That's right. And Friday's Free Your Mind Friday, so get your brass up.
Something on your mind? Want to get it off your chest?
Holla at your people. WBOK 1230 AM, the station you listen to
all day long.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival, presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana companies through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about what the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation does, please visit www.jazzandheritage.org.
The National World War II Museum, located in the Warehouse District of New Orleans. The National World War II Museum tells the story of America's experience in the war that changed the world, why it was fought, how it was won, and what it means today. Visit them online at www.nationalww2museum.org for time tickets and safety information.
You've got responsibilities, but that doesn't mean your dreams are on hold. At Southern University at New Orleans, our evening and weekend college is designed with your life in mind. Finish your degree, start a new one, on your time, your degree, your schedule. No excuses, just opportunity. Visit suno.edu and make your next move today.
Meet Leanna, a part-time chef and full-time mom. In the past, Leanna didn't have health insurance because she didn't think she could afford it. What she didn't realize is she qualified for Medicaid. She loves the coverage and peace of mind that comes with high-quality care. The kind of care you get with Healthy Blue. This is Medicaid, and it's for more people than you think. Maybe even you. To see if you qualify, go to myhealthybluela.com.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Jennifer Avegno, Health Director for the City of New Orleans. It's flu season, so now's the time to roll up your sleeves and get your flu shot. Flu cases are on the rise and affect every age. From handshakes to friendly hugs to touching infected surfaces, the flu can be transmitted to anyone, anywhere. Don't let the flu sideline you from all the fun things you love about our city. Getting your flu shot is one of the easiest things you can do to protect yourself. Be flu ready, NOLA, and get your flu shot today. Visit healthyheartcpp.org to learn more.
Join me, Dr. Jakil Ross of New Schools for New Orleans, for Talk That, NOLA Education. This Monday, we'll be joined by Jamar McNeely, Jarrell Bryant, and Dana Peterson to talk about the importance of black men in education. Be sure to tune in Monday at 12:30 p.m. on 12:30 a.m.
If someone asks,
Yeah!
let them know you listen to WBOK.
Here we go!
The reality check on WBOK 12:30 a.m.
All right, folks, right back at you. A few minutes here before we get out. Jay, you still with me?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Yeah, I'm sorry to make you hold so long, but
No,
look,
that was good, man. Good.
yeah, let me kind of get you some info, because this is what I see, and I study this a little bit more than the average person because that's just my business. When I look at the number of folks that understand advertising in this city, we see that many of the bigger companies go to marketing firms. Okay.
Gotcha.
Those marketing firms can operate in two different ways. They can make a grip on you because you put up a lot of money for your marketing budget, or they can get paid commission off of what they do, meaning put up your billboards, get you commercials on television, radio. Those how those big operating budgets are. When we start talking about small business, it's interesting to me, and that is, I always look at it and say that the smartest budgeting guy that has a budget for advertising oversteps that advertising budget so that it can do something else. And then they skip the billboards, they skip the television commercials, they skip the radio commercials. Why? Because they don't really understand the cost of doing that business, and they don't want to get lost in the shuffle. So, answering your question, I went all the way around the building just to get to the other side of the street. The reason why we don't see a lot of these budgets, a lot of these commercials, and a lot of this stuff is because the colleges and a lot of the other businesses, small businesses, they hire marketing folks. They don't hire marketing folks that understand advertising. They want somebody that's more of a clerical person that can put out emails, get into nonprofits, do all of this, but not advertising on commercial radio or commercial television. Now, we just saw what Suno did in this spot that we just played. I think that's going to help them in the long run. So the question is, who understands what marketing is if you're not marketing to the demographic that you need to get to? That's all.
Well, I agree. I think that's a good point. I also think the city of New Orleans should be advertising. I don't know.
Oh, they do.
If y'all,
they do.
Okay.
They advertise with us. The cultural fund just got off. So they advertise with us. But you're right. Every college in the city need to be advertising with us. And don't forget, we located at one.
Yeah. I mean, and you give them free airplay by saying where you're located just about every day.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think they should have a commercial to let people know what you're doing. But the reason I say a billboard is because you're not, see, when I drive past a college, I'm not thinking about that because my daughter's in college, my son, I'm trying to get him out of middle school. But for someone who's 16, a parent, every time they drive on I-10, or go to the stores across the
They
street.
should see something, right?
They need to see something. And and when I say New Orleans should advertise, I'm talking about trying to get people to stay here, not just to visit, but talk about what a great city is. I think they should not talk about crime. They should not talk about whatever, because those are the main stories. Talk about, man, the great things like WBOK and Gerod and all the things you talk about. The great.
Well, we're trying to get people to come. We ain't trying to get people to leave. So, but look, Jake,
listen,
I gotta
man,
get out of here, man. I gotta get out. So, I hate to cut it short, but I appreciate the call. And don't be no stranger here. All right, there we go. That's gonna wrap things up for us. I appreciate everybody for being a part of the conversation. We'll be back on tomorrow. Hopefully that the lady is going to be in the building. Suzette Bagnara should join us too. And we'll talk more about this situation. Y'all take care.